All right, everybody. It's Tony Turbyville with Platinum Benefit Services. A lot of people ask, how do I get a hold of you? You can click and find it in the Facebook feeds, but let me give it to you. It's 863-838-5802. That's 863-838-5802. That's direct to my cell, so you don't have to navigate the switchboard. Hey, if I can help you at any time with anything, answer any questions, feel free to give me a call. Always happy to do that. So today let's talk about super stacking of rules. And this is a term that I kind of created, invented, coined, whatever you want to call it, for Medicaid planning and trademarked it. And what I mean by super stacking rules is using several rules together to get someplace you would never be able to get using one rule at a time. And let me give you a real simple example, and I want to be clear that this is an example of one way to super stack rules. I know that this will not apply to a lot of people, but it's an easy way to connect what I'm talking about. And in virtually every Medicaid application, at the direction of an attorney, we are super stacking rules together to get the best possible outcome. So let's talk about the super stacking of rules. If you remember from other videos, the home has a special exceptions for gifting. So a person can give a house away to a child who has lived in that home with them for 2 years or longer, and that living with them delayed the older person's entrance into a nursing home, or the parents' entrance into a nursing home. So if a child lived there for 2 years, delayed their entrance into the nursing home, then the parent can literally deed that house to the child. Okay, so that's rule number one. So this happens sometimes. It's not a lot. Again, I know it's not everybody, but the concept of super stacking rules applies regardless. So parent gives that house, but instead of giving it in its entirety, they give 99% of that house. So let's just make it simple and call it a $100,000 house. And I know it's hard to find those these days, but let's call it 100 grand. They gift 99% to the child who lived there for the last 2 years and delayed their entrance into the nursing home. That means they gave them $99,000 worth of a $100,000 house, right? Now, let's suppose that they have $100,000 of cash as well, and they're going to the nursing home. They don't want to spend it on the nursing home. They want it to go to the child. Now, remember, cash counts, right? And we always have to find a way to take cash and exchange it for something that doesn't count. Well, if you remember, real estate that's up for sale does not count. But we don't normally want to go out and buy into a third party piece of real estate because it ties up the cash, right? But here we've now given $99,000 worth of real estate to the child with the exception for gifting rule, right? But now we're going to take 99 of the $100,000 we have to get rid of, and we're going to turn right around and purchase back the 99% that we just gave away. We're going to purchase it back, and then we are going to exclude it as our homestead property because it was the homestead property that the parent lived in immediately prior to entering the nursing home. They retained a ownership interest in it, so they could then use their money to buy back the property that they gave away and continue to exempt it as their homestead property, and then leave that property to the child that they just gave it to and bought it back from in a ladybird deed, so that at their passing that child re-inherits that property. So we stacked the exception rule. Hey, you can give it away if you meet these criteria and we won't penalize you. And then the conversion of cash to a non-countable asset by buying back the house. And then the third rule, exempting the house because it's the homestead property, right? So 3 rules. The exception rule, we gifted away. The conversion rule, we bought back with cash. And then the third, the exemption of the homestead rule. So we combined 3 rules together to get rid of $100,000 or $99,000 in cash without any tax consequences. No negatives whatsoever. We just moved a bunch of paper around. Okay, so that is what is super stacking of rules. It is a great concept. We use it all the time. So stick that in your head. Super stacking rules is the key, or a key, in getting maximum benefits for somebody for nursing home care. Thanks. Have a good day.